I don't think this topic can wait any longer. A new cycle is upon us, and I don't think it's an easy one to break considering how diverse the COD community is now, with the new free-to-play titles like Warzone 1, 2.0, and DMZ existing. Today, I'm Mattsuki. I'm talking about the new nasty cycle of store cosmetics, their pricings, incentives, aesthetics, players' impulses, cosmetic filters, crossovers, and much more around the gaming space in general. Bon appetit, enjoy. So this doesn't just affect Call of Duty. This topic also branches its arms across other franchises like Fortnite, Battlefield, Halo, and Minecraft. Don't you worry fam, I've been dabbling around these spaces too. Some communities like Battlefield 2042's have handled it better, while others like Halo have took a turn for the worse. But what is it that's so controversial? What's got my fingers in a knot? The answer is, well, the absolute disrespect developers have for their own worlds and even their own player base in the modern marketing age. To start off, you guys might recall the whole Battlefield 5 aesthetic drama. That game was set in World War II, but for some reason the developers littered their trailers with blue face-painted veterans with tons of prosthetic limbs. And if I recall correctly, prosthetics existed back then, but these ones weren't designed era appropriately. Pretty sure that these types of prosthetics weren't designed for combat. Fans were mad, and unfortunately, history repeated itself again with Battlefield 2042. A new controversy around the Santa Claus skin had started brewing. If you don't remember, that game's devs showed off a Santa Claus skin for the holidays, but they were once again met with a ton of backlash from their own fans. Rightfully given, as this was a futuristic military game with a passionate player base wanting to be immersed in this new world. It has nothing to do with a game being more tactical than Call of Duty. Battlefield has its own pro players too, but this was supposed to be a game for the fans. That's what the trailer conveyed. Classic Battlefield moments. What is a Battlefield if all the characters running around don't look like they're from the same game? Fortunately, the Battlefield players got the good ending. The Santa Claus skin was eradicated, and so these are the futuristic era appropriate skins that we're getting now. I'm kinda jealous as a COD fan, personally. So before I jump back into COD, let's have a look at the bad ending Halo fans pursued. Halo Infinite, the first Halo to launch with a free-to-play multiplayer, and the devs started implementing cat ears. I'll let you guys check out TheOneBoom's couple of videos because he did cover this topic from that franchise very well. I'll leave a link down in the description if you guys want to check it out after this video. But stuff like the cat ears and other crazy over-the-top cosmetics don't fit Halo for a couple of reasons. Number one, Halo has had crazy cosmetics in the past, but they were reserved for those that completed tough challenges. And number two, how do cat ears and Halo mix? They don't. It's like throwing cat ears on Luke Skywalker in Star Wars Battlefront. Why would you do that? That game isn't tactical either. It's more of a fantasy sci-fi hero shooter mixed with classes. If you couldn't tell by now, it's time to wake up. The aesthetic, the world, is not linked to gameplay mechanics. This is something even Halo fans got confused by and thought was one and the same. It's just a cosmetic, bro. Don't like it, don't buy it. It's multiplayer, not the campaign. It's an arcade shooter. Gameplay is more important than focusing on a consistent tone and aesthetic. They need to make more money. If we can't buy cat ears for $20, then they'll sell us a single color for $20. Yeah, these are just some of the brain-rotting takes I heard from many of the response videos directed at Boom's cat ears video. Lots seemed to be shill behavior, defending overpriced cosmetics. People were mixing art styles and gameplay mechanics here too, and some were acting like the devs can't focus on both gameplay and art style, as if those devs are working in the same fields. In my opinion, what we need is a cosmetic filter overhaul. It's a conclusion I've come to that grants a perfect compromise for everyone, and I mean everyone. The devs need to categorize their shop content into sets, just like Fortnite does. For example, Cuddlepool and Deadpool are part of the Deadpool set. Rey, Palpatine, Han Solo, and Luke Skywalker are part of the Star Wars set. So now apply this to Call of Duty. You have Captain Price, Farah, and Ghost default skins as part of the MW2 campaign set. Obviously, CDL skins would be part of the CDL set. So with these sets existing, I think we should be able to go into our settings, head on over to the graphics tab, and manually enable or disable specific sets to our liking. If I disable a set like the CDL set, but someone in my match uses a CDL skin, I think the game should just graphically change their skin into a default soldier. This only happens on my screen, by the way, because I disabled the set. Everyone else in the lobby would still see you as a CDL skin unless they also disable that set themselves. But let's change up the scenario a little bit. Let's say I'm a player not looking for immersion. Let's say I'm a player that wants a competitive game of ranked where all the skins are clearly visible and don't blend in as much. Someone like this could disable the shop ghillie suit set so they don't see bush campers. My own Jack Link's Sasquatch skin would then graphically change into an equivalent default skin, like the default sniper Chewie without the ghillie suit mesh, but I still keep a hood over my head. Or maybe I transform into Grumsko, as he has some minimal ghillie suit mesh on his head. I'm no longer a Wookiee Bocky, but I transform into something similar in design. Stuff like this would be fully acceptable in my opinion going forward. In my last video, I had someone tell me that this idea was stupid because people won't see new shop cosmetics in the game, therefore they won't be encouraged to buy them. This was my response. Why the fluff would I suddenly want to buy a skin I don't like? Especially if I'm the one disabling that set in the options myself. Like how? If these sets are labeled correctly, there should be no unnecessary crossovers between sets. I shouldn't see a regular Milsim soldier locked when I disabled the CDL set. I shouldn't see an actual zombie running around in multiplayer that's under the Milsim set. Like that would just clearly be the developer's fault for messing up that badly at that point. I'm just saying man, buying a COD like MW2, fully marketed as a modern military shooter, then seeing a total 180 after a few months after launch is pretty much false advertising. That was never the game I bought. Heck, my friend Game Over on Twitter and I have been going on about these MW2 cosmetics lately and how a skin filter is just needed at this point in COD. He's even started a daily asking Infinity Ward for a realism filter in the settings thread, just to bring awareness to this idea. He's even exposed these COD players trying to brainwash new fans into thinking COD is supposed to be goofy and fun. Dude, look at these currently available websites and how they market their games. BO4, the game that started this insane jump into wacky cartoony rainbow neon cosmetics trend. That game under multiplayer was said to deliver the most thrilling, grounded combat experience yet, with a focus on tactical gameplay and player choice. Not only did Treyarch call their game grounded, but instead of arcadey, they said that BO4's multiplayer focuses on tactical gameplay. Black Ops Cold War, jump into a realistic and gritty world, off-the-book missions, and off-the-record targets. Deniable operations lie at the heart of this multiplayer experience to build a unique but pure Black Ops experience. Vanguard, witness the rise of special forces as players drop into new locales with authentic World War II loadouts. Ah, the authentic thing, baby. Ooh, so real, so true to that era. Modern Warfare 2, play Lone Wolf or rally with your team in immersive multiplayer combat, complete with new locales and ways to play. Thank you again, Game Over, for finding all this information for me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know, recently I was checking out some leaks for a couple future MW2 outfits, and I found two I sorta liked. One of them I discussed was in my previous video, and it was the Ritual Bundle. I didn't show any gameplay of it at the time because it was still getting struck down for copyright reasons, but the second skin I liked was from the Envy Bundle. It was a dark hoodie skin from the look of it with some shiny green snakes on the hoodie. The thing is, I'm playing a game called Modern Warfare 2, advertised as this immersive experience. It's even a reboot of the 2009 Modern Warfare 2. The least I could expect from this reboot was a more modernized take on the original game. And I don't recall the original game including fantasy elements. That's right, so when I found out that this Ritual Bundle didn't only straight up recycle the Ritual ASVAL blueprint camo in MW19 onto a new gun in MW2, but also when I found out that this Warzone nuke skin clone was animated with the same Ritual summoning circle across its forehead, I kinda took a step back. 2,400 COD points for a recycled blueprint, a skin that closely resembles the really hard to earn Warzone nuke skin challenge outfit, and a death effect that also explodes enemies into summoning circles. Just, what the hell am I looking at? I didn't expect this skin to be animated in the modern setting COD. I didn't think the devs would want to piss off the hardcore Warzone community with a similar skin that's even more noticeable, and I sure as hell didn't want to spend another 2,400 COD points on a bundle with Tracer death sparkles that dirty the modern world with Harry Potter wand effects. But then on top of that, my greatly anticipated snake skin drop today, it was also animated. The pupils really stand out, and I mean they really stand out. And these pair of pants may as well be from an Infinite Warfare time traveler. Where'd you get them? I'd like to know. It's just so stupid that I wish these two skins came with variants that weren't animated. Please stop adding bright glowing lights to cool skins, bro. Don't make the pants turn into reptilian scales. I think snakes are cool, but I don't think you need to love them so much that you want to become one. So why do they do this? Well, recently Charlie Intel, the godfather of Twitter, dropped a tweet discussing the very reason. For those wondering why game skins cost so much money, it's because the games like Fortnite normalize $20 skins, and then others copy the price, including Call of Duty. They only charge how much they know people will pay for, and people pay. Yeah, Fortnite is a free-to-play game, so is Warzone, but also Activision is charging the prices they are because people are paying for it. If no one was buying, they'd change the prices so fast. Briefly, I will say that I disagree with the skins being that expensive exclusive for those that bought MW2. Warzone is free, but that doesn't excuse them from charging the prices they are on non-free-to-play games. But to address the second point, Activision charges people this much for skins because they are making more profits. However, if people didn't buy them, Activision would be changing the prices so fast. I ask how fast exactly. I personally would like this to be true, but I'm not sure if COD's recent past reflects these claims. Vanguard was received very poorly, and that game brought us a naked Titan skin to the shop earlier than ever before, 2 months in. In the past few years, COD's only got sillier skins in the final few months, not near launch. And Vanguard continued with more crazy skins throughout the year at insanely high prices. But yeah, they also must have gotten away with it in Vanguard because Sledgehammer Games kept putting more and more out. Heck, I know people like TheOneBoom impulse buy cosmetics sometimes. He did in Vanguard for that staticky green Vehement skin. Woohoo, cool green skin, man. Gotta get it. I don't know if he bought this too, but either way, he was hyping up the King Kong and Godzilla skins as well. Some of his friends did buy those skins. Even one of them bought all 3 because there was supposed to be some sort of special exclusive reward. A cosmetic apparently worth the price of a AAA game. Haha, that was totally worth it, huh? But yeah, I think part of the reason people like TheOneBoom bought these sort of cosmetics in Vanguard was because the game already had its aesthetic ruined so fast. So people were kind of just like, screw it. I think the skin looks good and I don't have any standards for the game's world anymore, so may as well buy it. Cop it, bro. It's not a horrible justification, but it's still an impulse purchase if you previously wanted the world to stay true to itself. But also this year, Boom's kind of been hyping up the upcoming TMNT Shredder outfit. Granted, the outfit is a bit modernized and does fit the Season 2 aesthetic, but the only difference this year is that there's no Titan skin paving the way for totally bastardized warfare. Kinda sus, bro. But that just goes to show that people will still buy cosmetics even in greatly unsupported AAA games. Got a crossover with something I like? Gotta impulse buy it, bro. The game releases its first animated skin that stands out more than a sore thumb? Gotta impulse buy. To me, I've impulse bought the Mara skin in MW19, but even then, it was to do more with the weapon variants and the blue katana. I do regret it somewhat, but it wasn't because the bundle was 2,400 COD points. No. I wanted to support MW19 back then because it was giving us a great experience. The reason I'm regretting it now though is because I bought the bundle partially for the charm, weapon variants, and the blue katana. However, according to the leakers, the same blue katana is coming back in MW2. You could imagine my further disappointment if this is true. MW2 does not have cross-game progression, while the previous 3 CODs did. And as soon as they cut cross-game rewards off, we start seeing a bunch of recycled assets being resold to us. The Damascus camo, yep, that's back. The Ritual camo, yep. And soon the katanas from the 2,400 COD point bundle in the past. Perhaps soon. We'll just have to wait and see. I don't feel respected as a Modern Warfare 2 player, I don't feel respected as a die-hard fan of MW19, and I don't feel respected as a yearly COD consumer. If what Charlie Intel said is true, our best chance at changing this nasty store cosmetic cycle is now. Infinity Ward was the only dev studio that stood up for a more grounded experience. Treyarch and Sledgehammer Games went off the deep end a while ago. Just try arguing that Black Ops 5 should be realistic when we've gotten Cold War and BO4. There's no way. Fans of those games will have been playing for 3 to 6 years now when BO5 drops, and they will expect the same cartoony, colorful shiz. Infinity Ward is our only hope, so please do not buy any of these slightly over-the-line cosmetics. It's best just to hold off until prices go down, until Infinity Ward give us 2 brand new maps a season in 6v6 again, or at least until a cosmetic filter is added to the game. I'm genuinely getting pretty sick of crossovers in COD. Stuff like that should be reserved for Fortnite, where the adaptations actually work. Live adaptations of anime kinda looks weird, even if both are slightly related to World War II. Looking at you, Levi's skin in Vanguard, kinda ugly. So hey, let's not incentivize devs to put out more crossovers just because we are fans of other franchises. At least let's not buy crossover cosmetics for skins. If we have crossovers in COD, just keep that shiz to the weapon charms and paint jobs, no cheap skin rip-offs. If we start buying them now, who knows what this could do to other forms of media. Imagine if Star Wars did a crossover with Batman, you know, to drag in the Batman fans.
If you appeal to everyone, surely everyone will be happy.
That's essentially what it feels like to me when we get these weird-ass crossovers in Call of Duty. I think these free-to-play games like Warzone and DMZ are really opening the doors to non-COD fans, and that's why we're getting so many crossovers with non-military related skins. And that is why I think these skins are selling well. Plus, skins just stand out the most. They're here for personalization. Therefore, they're usually the most valuable asset to the common gamer. Little free-to-play Jimmy got a new PS5 for Christmas. He boots up the console and downloads free-to-play Warzone. The first thing he sees in the shop is the new Modern Warfare 2 Christmas bundle. He buys it with mommy's credit card as he's in a jolly festive mood. And so, though, he then discovers the weapon variants he bought, turning people into piles of coal, just like in his little children's Christmas movies he'd watch just on Christmas Eve. Magic! But yeah, if you enjoyed, drop me a like, give me a comment. What do you guys think of the cosmetic filter? I think that's our only hope because we've already gone this deep into the anti-COD aesthetic rabbit hole. We've tried gatekeeping cosmetics in the past, but that doesn't really seem to sway people. A cosmetic filter is a compromise I think everyone would be on board for. Please join us on Twitter, as Game Over and I are at least trying to bring some more awareness to this modern gaming issue. We care about COD and its world. I made this video now because it's a relevant topic that needs to be addressed sooner than later. Feel free to make your own video on this matter, it'll boost awareness. But hopefully Infinity Ward still cares and will fight for this modern military world, because these neon animated shop skins will truly destroy the universe some of those devs worked so hard to create. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, homies. Oh, and if you're still here wondering where Minecraft fits in, check out my previous video where I talked about circles existing in Minecraft. Okay, bye-bye.
I'm not gonna lie.
We run a video game.